Hi Libra, I'm Pam, the Lucky Mermaid, psychic seer and modern mystic, bringing you psychic predictions and messages from my spirit guides for November 2024. Please be sure to watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign to get a more clear and complete picture of what's to come for you in November and perhaps beyond, because timing will be different for all of you in these general readings. Remember, sometimes your rising sign and your moon sign will resonate more for you than your sun sign. And if you're born on the cusp of your sign, sometimes your psychic predictions and messages are coming to you from your cusp sign, so you might want to check that out. This recording is for Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon. I'm using the Hanson-Roberts Tarot deck in this reading. All that being said, Libra, now on to your November 2024 Psychic Tarot reading. First card you have, Libra, is the Five of Rods, and this is a card that symbolizes a struggle. Could be an internal struggle going on inside of you. It could be a struggle or arguments or fights with co-workers, family members, socially, at any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to. This card can also come up when there's competition. Lots of people are angry with each other. People are not agreeing. People are not getting along. For some of you, this is happening at work. Some of you, it is in family. And some of you, it is in some kind of club or organization or group you belong to. And it could have to do with politics or belief systems or ideologies. This could be also riots, protests, marches, things of that nature. In the United States, we have our presidential election in November. And I've been alive a long time, and out of all the presidential elections I've witnessed, this one is the most divided, where people really, a lot of times people can't be friends or relate to each other anymore because it's gotten that polarized and divided. And that's the energy I'm feeling here, although it doesn't mean that's what's going on in the country you live in, or, you don't have an election if you don't have an election, but it could still be happening based on people that have strong feelings, beliefs, and ideologies for other reasons. Because I feel like this is a clash of beliefs and ideologies and wills, each other's wills against each other. And a lot of you could see this happening in the workplace. But again, like I said, it could be happening in any clubs, groups, or organizations you belong to, or even among family. For some of you, you may feel like you want to stop it, like you want to be the peacemaker, like you feel like you're witnessing petty arguments. There could also be somebody in a family situation that's doing something, like squatting in somebody's house. Maybe somebody died and a relative is squatting in that person's house, and everybody in the family wants that person out. Or it could be that kind of energy where maybe somebody's living in your home that you want out, because I get the wanting somebody out. If there's a club, group, or organization, maybe there's somebody that's a troublemaker, or a bunch of people that are troublemakers, and you may feel like you want them out. This could also be people entering your town, city, or, area, coming in from some other country. And the people, you or people around you, may want those people out. That's also highly possible here, because it is like, it's that kind of big energy. Some of you, it could be petty arguments that you want to stop. But this is definitely an argument of a clash of beliefs, clash of wills, clash of ideologies, And it's also the energy of wanting a person or a group of people out of somewhere. That's what comes up here the strongest. So the next card in your reading is the Magician. So this could be, you could be the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What's in the ethers and in the spiritual plane and in your physical and in your mind, you could bring into physical reality, and you have all the tools in front of you with which to do so. This, sometimes the Magician is some kind of like trickster energy going on. So some, you know, there could be some trickster stuff happening. You may catch on that somebody is like lying to you, deceiving you, or gaslighting you, and you may, if that, you find that out or it happens, you're going to confront them about it. I don't see you just sitting on it and keeping quiet. You may have sat on it and kept quiet in the past, but I don't feel like if it happened in the past, you may have. But right now, in November, I don't feel like you'll be quiet about it if you discover it now. If anybody owes you any money or owes you something back, you may be telling them, you got to pay me back now. I lent you that money, or maybe you did things that, and like now you need a favor returned from them. You did somebody a favor. Now you need to ask a favor. That can also come up here. You could be putting up a fence. You could be putting concrete in the ground for a flagpole, for fencing. I'm seeing cement. I'm seeing poles in the ground. Like I said, this could be for fencing. This could be for a flag. It could be for something else. Some of you are pouring a foundation. It could be a foundation for a shed, for a garage, or for a home. Because I see cinder blocks, concrete, posts, digging. So some of that, you could be like constructing or building something, or you could be paying somebody to do it, but it's still, you're doing it. Whether you're paying for it or somebody else to do it, or you yourself are doing it, it could be happening in your life in November. Some of you are going to be getting your trees in your yard, or bushes, or flowers, anything, but especially trees, sprayed for something. If you have some kind of, if you have trees in your yard that are getting some kind of disease, a parasitic disease especially, or any kind of like, you know, gosh, years ago when I was a kid, we used to have trouble with some kind of, I forget what kind of moths they were, and people put bands around the trees to keep the moths from, I don't know, but I get tree spraying. Tree spraying, garden spraying, shrubbery spraying, but especially for any kind of parasites that are causing diseases, or an infestation of any kind of bugs, insects, or could even be like wasps, hornets. But I feel like it's more something like damaging the trees and bushes itself. So the next card in your reading, oh, Libra, I don't know why you have this card. I'm sorry to see it show up. You have the Three of Swords. This could be heartbreak, sadness, or loss. In the old days of tarot, they often called this the divorce card. It could be a card that symbolizes cheating, somebody being unfaithful, but it can be just like feeling loss or sadness about something else. I really, really hate to say this because I am a huge animal lover. I love pets. I love animals of all kinds, especially dogs. Some of you may have a pet that passes away in November. If they don't pass away, it could be that they get lost. So I feel for some of you Libras, this is pet related. For some of you, you could be going through some kind of paperwork, or maybe even just boxes of something, of letters or papers, and you find something that kind of hurts your feelings or breaks your heart. Maybe somebody you were in a relationship with, you can see text messages to somebody else. Maybe it already happened. See, I feel like some of you that are finding this, it's already happened and you're finding it after the fact. So you could see somebody having an emotional affair with somebody through text messages, emails, or papers, because I do see some of you seeing it in writing. So that could be saddening or heartbreaking. It could even be if you had somebody in your life that passed away already, and now you have to go through their things, especially papers, and you're finding things, and it could just be driving up sadness in you because you're missing them. So that could come up here for some of you Libras. If there's some kind of judgment that needs to come down, some of you may have a crushing blow where it doesn't go the way you want it to. So if you're involved in any litigation, any court cases or legal battles or settlements, and that could even be, doesn't even have to be in a court of law. It could be happening, like, say if you are in a union and unions have kind of like trials. Like if you get somebody's trying to fire you, your boss is trying to fire you, and the union's trying to stand up for you, it may, even though maybe you're in the union, it may go against you. Or if you're, trying for unemployment and your boss is, it could even be like going to unemployment. I don't know if this happens anymore, like if people actually go there or not, or if it's all done through the mail. But let's say you're saying you got fired, but your boss is saying you quit. So you may be going to unemployment and saying, I got fired, I didn't quit. And then you have to go before like a panel of people to decide, did you really quit or did they fire you? And it may not go in your favor. So that could be a disappointment. So some kind of judgment that has to go, that you want it to go a certain way, may not go in your favor. And that could be a sense of loss and a feeling of disappointment to you. So before I go on to cards number 4 and 5, I just want to say here, if you'd like to get any of the special videos I record for my Vimeo on-demand videos, those links are down below in the description box in the Show More section. They're also on my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page. You may want to get my psychic crystal readings for November 2024 that are a continuation and an expansion of the psychic tarot readings that I do here at the beginning of the month. I look into every topic I can think of to look into in these crystal readings, so you may want to check them out, especially if you have never done so. Also, you may want to get my angel readings. I did 2 different ones recently that are quite, I don't want to say they're totally different than my usual readings, but the angels are talking. They bring insightful messages that are maybe deeper on a personal level, and they give advice and predictions, so you may want to check them out. There's 2 angel series that you can see the links down below in the description box. And I highly recommend, if you haven't gotten the 2 eclipse video series I did, one was for the eclipse in Pisces in September, and the other one is for the eclipse we had in Libra in October. You're being affected by those eclipses for 6 months, at least. Some of you, it may be longer. So you may want to check those video series out. Thank you for your purchases of my Vimeo videos. It helps me keep this channel going. So now on to card number 4, you have the World. This is being in control. Planets in the heavens, spirit guides around you, conspiring to give you more control. This can also be a karmic cycle ending and a new karmic cycle beginning. It could also be a cycle of something that happened in your life being repeated. I don't let the cards flip upside down because my guides will tell me positively or negatively. Either way, I can look at it upright. They'll let me know. So this could also be like you could feel like you have more control over things in November, or you could feel like you have lack of control. I feel like some of you that are working Libras are going to be showing your boss what's what you've been up to doing work, at work. You may even be showing the boss or higher ups or people in positions of power what other people are doing or not doing. So you may be like going to your boss and saying, look, this is the body of work that I've been doing. And this is what these other goofballs are not doing. They're not doing their job. They're not doing their work. They're not following directions. So you could be kind of whistleblowing on some people at work, but you definitely are, for many of you Libras, going to bosses, higher ups, could even be in some other venue, doesn't have to be at work, could be in your local government, where you're letting people know, or the boss, or a mayor, or somebody in zoning, what you are doing, what you've been doing, what you're working on, what you're building or creating, and calling out other people who are breaking the rules or not doing their job. That all comes up here. Okay, this is a really random, weird message that just plopped in out of nowhere. If any of you have problems with your colon, spastic colon, or any kind of digestive problems about waste elimination in your own body, they could be either flaring up in November of 2024, or you could get them checked out, medically addressed. You could be medically addressing these issues. Medication also comes up here. You may need to get some kind of control on dosage of medicine you take on a regular basis. You may be on too high of a dose of something or too low of a dose on something, and it may need to be tweaked or adjusted. If you have any big meetings that are pending, you may cancel them and reschedule them for another time. This could be to do with health reasons or personal things that are popping up for you, that you may feel like the meeting is too big and important and you don't want it to be messed up or distracted by things that you may have going on in your life. And so you may feel like, no, I'm not going to be in the right mindset, especially if you're having like any kind of health issues. If anything like that's cropping up, you may feel like this is not the time for me to have a big meeting. So you may be rescheduling big meetings. The next card you have in your reading is the Six of Cups. And this is a card that symbolizes two people that have been intertwined before in a previous incarnation, and you're reincarnating in this lifetime to solve karma. This could be a love partner, but this could also be a family member or a friend that you are reincarnating with in this lifetime. This could also indicate fond childhood memories or things about children, your children. There is somebody in your life you may feel like very protective of at this time, and that you would like to take them out, do nice things for them, and comfort them. So somebody you like or care about or love could be going through depression or a difficult time, and you may feel like you want to spend extra time with them and be more available to them and give them care and comfort at this time. And you may be really on tenterhooks, where you're really watching everything you're saying at this time, because you may be very concerned about not wanting to upset them or add to their pain or problems. You could be working in any kind of club, group, or organization, whether it be online or in person, where you're helping people get over disasters, trauma. You could be working in a hospital. You could be working in a nursing home. You could be working with people that are had problems from a flood, a hurricane, or tornado, a tsunami, any other type of natural disasters, earthquakes, volcano eruptions, fires, any problems that they've had. You may be trying to help them. This could be through donations of money, but it could also be like, working in any centers where you're donating your time to help these people out. Maybe you're helping gather clothes, food. If you're involved in a church, your church or a club, group, or organization that's like a town affiliated thing could be getting its members together to like, everybody donate blankets, everybody donate coats and blankets and clothing and any supplies or things, and organizing like to get things to people in war-torn countries or countries or towns or cities or places, states, provinces that have been ravaged by storms. So this is like you caring, looking out for others. Some of it's people you know and care about and love. Some of it's people you don't know, but you want to donate your time, your effort, your money, and your care to them. So the best gemstone crystal I got for Libras to work with, use, and wear in the month of November 2024 is lapis. And lapis encourages self-awareness and to speak your truth, which did come up in your reading. So that's interesting. It reveals inner truth, and it also stimulates objectivity and clarity. It encourages creativity and inspires confidence. Lapis also provides qualities of honesty, compassion, and morality. It is going to help you regain like confidence or build your self-confidence. It's going to like soften the edges for you. It's going to help you demonstrate a lot of care, kindness, loving, good use of your words in a very kind and therapeutic sense. This is also a gemstone that would be very good and helpful to you, Libras, in November to help deal with any kind of changing circumstances based on anything, like whether it's job change or things happening in your personal life, and you've got circumstances and situations changing. Lapis is going to help you deal with that and cope with it. It's really going to be helpful for you to have a lot of integrity in anything you do, especially if you're writing anything as well. It's going to give you a lot of integrity in your words. So I hope this reading was of help to you, and I hope it made sense. As always, thank you so very much for watching. I do truly appreciate it. And thank you so much for all you do for this channel. Your support helps keep this channel going and the psychic messages and predictions coming to you. I appreciate all your views, likes, comments, shares, donations, and purchases of my Vimeo videos. Without you, I wouldn't be able to keep this channel going, so I have so much gratitude to all of you. If you would like to see more of the messages and predictions that I do for my Vimeo on-demand videos, those links are all posted down below underneath this video in the description box in the Show More section, or you can always go over to my website at theluckymermaid.com on the videos page, and you can look at all the video series I've recorded, what divination tools I've used, how long the predictions go out for, and you just click on whatever zodiac sign you want under the heading of the video series you want, and that link will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you'd like to donate to my channel and help support the readings that I do here, I have a donation link down below under those video links underneath this video. And thank you to those of you who've been very generous and kind in donating to my channel. I've been getting a lot of donations lately, and I do really, truly appreciate it. It does help a lot, because without you doing that and purchasing the Vimeo videos, I would end up just doing private readings for years. I have so many people waiting. So I like to keep doing the videos, because then I can reach more of you. It takes me a long time to get through those wait lists and the cancellations list. You may want to check out the eclipse videos series. I have 2 of them: the eclipse that occurred in September and the eclipse that occurred in October. You're being affected by those eclipses for 3-6 months. Some of you, it may even last longer. So you may want to check out those. I also have 2 angel oracle card readings I did, 2 different types. They're linked down below. And some of those messages are really advice driven. They give advice. They get more in depth in the psyche and in what's going on in you and inside of you, but they also give predictions. So you may want to check those out. If you want to see more predictions of messages from my spirit guides channeled through me that you're not going to see here on a video format, you can follow me on my social media pages at the Lucky Mermaid LLC on Facebook, the Lucky Mermaid _ Pam Georgel on Instagram, and on X, my handle is at the Lucky Mermaid. You can also follow my channel on Rumble, which is called the Lucky Mermaid LLC. So I hope you all have an absolutely wonderful and blessed month of November of 2024. And know that I wish you many blessings and peace.